Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Los here. We back on the throne of positivity, where the first is last and the last is first. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. I just wanted to come on here and make a video for you guys to give you an update of my life. I know that I posted last week and then I kind of went ghost on social media. I just needed time so that I could focus on the Lord, seek Him for His voice, and see what is it that is going on. Lord, like, help me out. And I believe that God is settling this in my heart, that I am moving in the right direction, that what I'm posing to Him, this like A and B type of situation, this now or never type of sign before Him, it's correct, and I have a righteous feeling about doing that. So before we get into that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has messaged me, contacted me. I haven't seen all the comments yet. I've been staying away from social media, but people been calling me, like messaging me that I didn't even know watch my stuff, and it's so surprising. Like, wow, that's incredible. So I just want to say thank you to the people that showed that they actually care, the people that make an effort to make their feelings known, like they do care about me, they love me, and wow, thank you to everybody. May God bless you for your prayers. I do feel those prayers. And I just want to say, last week's video, it wasn't clickbait because my uncle, he called me and he was like, yo, was that real, or are you trying to get some views? And I'm like, come on, man, you know me better than that. I'm not into that clickbait stuff. So I just want to clarify a few things. Last week's video, what the purpose of it was is I just wanted to put a lens on something that happens to me every single day. All you saw was a psalm from my heart. I let you get an unfiltered look at my prayers with God. Like what you heard in last video, that's the way that I talk to God, this like back and forth, and this wrestling with the Lord, and it's incredible. It's beautiful to me. The vulnerability, the tenderness, uh, you know, the weakness that I can have in the presence of God. So don't be afraid. A lot of people think that I'm losing the faith, I'm gonna give up on ministry or anything like that. No, that trust me, God is my God, and I'm not turning away from the faith. I will not be disloyal to the Lord. I will continue in faithfulness to Him. So don't fear that. What the video was in regard to specifically was me being in California. And like I said, I have been here 3 years. On the 28th will be 3 years. And I haven't seen anything in regard to the promise of God bringing me to San Diego. And I just want to give you guys an update and let you know I've made my final decision. My final decision is that I'm leaving California. I've made that decision. I'll explain how I got there in a second because I believe it'll help you to learn how to discern the voice of God. But I had to reflect this past week and be like, okay, look at all the things that I have done. Have I gotten anything back from it? And the answer is no, but that's not even the focus, because my entire 3 years being here, I never had the expectation of receiving anything. Like, I was just looking for what God had for me. I just want what God has for me. So if San Diego is it, then I'm going to stay here. But reflecting, it's like, okay, the answer seems to be no. So, Lord, I've done everything else. This is the only thing that's left. So I'm going to walk in that direction. I've made that final decision. However, if you want to change my mind, this is what I'm going to say. And I truly have meditated and spent time in the Lord, prayer, seeking Him. And this is what I came to the conclusion and agreement with the Lord. And I know this is going to sound crazy to you guys because you're going to be like, how can you say that to the Lord? But you'll understand by the end of the video. And this is what I told the Lord. There's several dates in front of us. The 31st is the last thing, like that. I got to be out of the apartment, moved out, and, go where we're going. The 28th makes 3 years. of us being here. Past the 28th, we will enter the 4th year of being here. That's important. I'll get to that in a second. Now, Lord, I need time because I'm with my roommate. He doesn't know. I don't want to leave him in limbo. So, Father, I ask with all humility, all due respect, my Father, by the 23rd, let me know what you want me to do. If you want me to stay here, make it clear as day. No more little signs, no more little back and forth, no little all hopeful or I read this in the Bible and then I saw it on social media, that's confirmation. All these little signs. Nah, Lord, in your word it says you were in the city and the people came to you. Give me a sign, do a miracle, perform a wonder for us. And what did Jesus tell them? No sign will be given to this wicked generation except the sign of Jonah. You want to know what the sign of Jonah means? Jonah spent 3 days in the belly of the fish and then he was spat out. Jesus was saying, I'm not giving you no sign except the completion of my promise that I came here for. The purpose that I came here for, that's the only sign that you're going to have. I'm going to get hanged on a cross, die, and resurrect on the 3rd day. That's going to be your sign. And that's where I came to with the Lord is like, Lord, I'm done. I'm exhausted. I have done everything, my Father. My heart does not betray me in saying that I have done it all, Lord. I have done it all and I have no more regrets. I have none. I have no fear of the future, nothing. So if in respect of time, obviously I know God can do the impossible, but the way that it's been seeming is just the answer is no. So I'm going to walk towards no until God changes my mind. Or he does, like I said, the impossible. I'm giving God till the 23rd. Again, all things work for the good of those who love him. And I say that with all humility. The 23rd, if I wake up and I look at my phone and there's no opportunity being presented by that day or nothing has changed, then okay, I will on the 23rd, the moment that I wake up, I will seal my heart off to this place, change my entire mentality. Hey, I spent my time here. I got what I got. I did everything that I could. I'm satisfied. I have joy and peace in my heart. I'm ready to move forward. I just want what God wants for me. I don't want nothing else. And that's why I got to keep my mind open because I came here to San Diego because I thought San Diego was what God wanted for me. But now that I'm here, it's like, all right, maybe I made a mistake and I will take that loss. I can't put that on God. That's me. So here's what I have to tell you. How can you discern the voice of God? Like the will of God is mysterious. We won't always know and we will make mistakes. And sometimes God lets us make our mistakes so that we could learn and come to it on our own. So that's where I am. With all humility, I say that. And I don't have no more regrets. So how do you know when you've done everything? Look, the way that I see the will of God, the Bible says time and time again, test and see what the will of God is. Discern what the will of God is. See what may be the will of God is. The word gives clear instruction that there's this kind of experimenting that we have to do with the will of God to see what it is, because ultimately all things work for our good. So I really believed what I came here for. I still believe it, and I'll still believe it till the 23rd. But then I have to wake up. Like I gotta decide, like, okay, Lord, you know that I'm putting this before you like a child. And if you say no by the 23rd, then it's no. And I'm gonna move forward with my life. So the way that I see the will of God is like a maze. I know that sounds kind of weird, but the will of God is like a maze. And you're trying to find the out. And you walk one path. And this has been my experience in California, how I've tried to discern the will of God. Is you have this maze and you walk one path, all the doors seem to be open, right? You go one path and you try to get to the door closes. All right, that wasn't the path. Walk backwards. Try this door, that door closed. Try this one, that door closed. This one. All of these, and it's like, man, that's all that's been happening to me is doors being slammed shut in my face. And it's like, what else do I do? I've tried all the doors and I see no other door in sight except the only door that I've avoided since the beginning. And that's the door to leave. I've exhausted all other options. I've tried every single door and they have all closed on me. But the door that was always there for me since the beginning, the option to leave, I avoided it because I wanted to make sure that I did everything possible. And I'm going to give a specific timeline, very specific, so that you guys can know this ain't just me making this stuff up, right? So I'm going to give you guys a timeline. Let's go through how I got here to California. July 23rd, 2020, I got my brand new apartment in Lake Mary, Florida. Like one of the nice areas of my area, North Orlando, right? My own apartment, first apartment ever. July 23rd. I was traveling back and forth through the United States in the Northwest, I guess, like Ohio, Indiana, Chicago, Detroit, all those places, and we was preaching, me and my pastor, right? And God revealed to me San Diego on August 9th. I believe it was like a Sunday night. He revealed to me something that I was like, whoa, San Diego, okay. And then through multiple confirmations, all right, I knew it was San Diego, but I'm like, yo, I just got this apartment. It's August 9th. How I'm going to get out of here? The pipe burst, long story short, in my apartment. Half of my apartment was underwater. They gave me my money back, everything, and interest on it. So I was able to leave. I drive to California. I get here August 28th. 2020. I'm gonna go through a timeline and I'm gonna tell you why this 3-year thing is important for me. So I'll get here and I'm just like, all right, let me try to do everything. All right, we here, just get a feel for it. Whatever, things aren't gonna go right. So obviously I know that. November 8th, 2020, door gets shut in my face so hard. And that rattled me so much. I was so confused. I didn't understand what was going on. But I was like, you know what, Lord? I'm going to be patient. I'm not going to let it affect me. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do, applying for jobs, looking for apartments, doing this, do the ministry, everything, right? June 19th, 2021, another door closed, slammed in my face. I woke up in the morning, looked at my phone and received a message I never wanted to see. Like, you don't even understand. Like, I'm reading the message and I'm like, again, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, Lord, I trust you because you said San Diego was it, Lord. So I gotta believe you. I can't expect that it's all sunshines and rainbows, Lord. And if you said it, then it's gonna happen. That was June 19th, 2021. I'll wait even longer. And then August 6th, August 7th, 2021, God gave me this word, right? And I think it's 2 Kings 19 or something. And then also in Isaiah, it says the same thing. And it says 2 Kings 19:29. It says, and this shall be a sign for you. This year eat what grows of itself, and in the second year what springs of the same. Then in the third year sow and reap and plant vineyards and eat their fruit. And I was like, that was my first year. It was coming to a conclusion. So I'm like, okay, I think this is part of the promise, but it seems like God is telling me that by the third year, I'm going to reap. But I'm like, I don't want to wait 2 more years. I think the time is now. And no, it wasn't. Obviously it wasn't. So I was like, all right. And that verse kept coming up, that and Isaiah, over these past 3 years, that I felt like it was God saying, in these 3 years, I'm going to do this for you. October 31st. I think it was a Sunday, whatever that October was, 2021. Again, the door gets slammed so hard in my face that this was the third time that I'm like, Lord, it can't be. It can't be. I'm ready to leave now. I'm ready, Lord, because obviously this is not what you want from me. I apply for jobs. I'm not getting anything. Nothing with an apartment. Nothing with my life is going right. Professional, personal, like ministry wise, all these things are not happening, and I don't get it. So what happened? I go November 4th, a Thursday, whatever that Thursday is, 2021. I go to my pastor, right? And I'm like, yo, pastor, this is what's happening in my life professionally, personally, all these things. And I just don't get it. I think that I'm ready to leave. Do I have your permission to leave? I would like permission for me to leave the church. And he was kind of what surprised me, and I don't know, he probably won't even admit this, but he kind of started tearing up a little bit. And when I saw that, I started crying. And I was like, wait, hold up, maybe I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? He was tearing up, like his waters welled up. But then as soon as I started crying, he's one of them old Mexican cats, old school, general, salute type, disciplined, wise men like that. So he cut that off quick. And then he told me, you came here and you told me that God promised you to be here in San Diego. If I was you and I was in your position, I will wait it out even longer, do everything that I can. And when you feel like nothing is happening and you have no more regrets, then leave. And I was like, all right, Pastor. That was November 4th. I felt so encouraged, so energized. I'm like, I'ma just take my hands off the wheel completely. Lord, have your way, God. So whatever, I keep trying to advance personally, professionally, personally, spiritually, ministry, every way, right? Pastor tells me that I wait 18 months. Just be patient. I'm gonna wait to see if the seeds that I have sown, will they grow? And November 17th, 2022, something happens and I'm like, yo, I can't believe that happened. Like, I can't believe it. Okay, Lord, so you do want me here. Like, this is it. Things are happening now. They're progressing. 6 months of that goes by, or even longer of this, like, back and forth, beautiful things happening in my life. And I'm like, all right, let me keep being patient. I'm not going to rush it. December, the same thing happening. January is happening. February is happening. March is happening. April was a little weird. And then May 12th, the door gets shut so hard in my face. I had to conclude, like, there I should have said, all right, this is really it. Like, there's nothing else I could say. But even in that, because I believe God and I just want to believe God and I want to please him by faith, I was like, yo, I'm going to still give it time, because we have until the third year. The third year is going to be August 28th. And I waited. I'm here. Now my lease is ending. Nothing has happened. And I'm making the decision. My heart is set on leaving. God can convince me otherwise. Till the 23rd, like I said, so that we could get time to do whatever we gotta do. Whether if I'm gonna stay here, I gotta get prepared, right? I can't wait till the 31st, or if I'm leaving, I gotta prepare. Either way, preparation is needed. So I'm like, all right, Lord, I'm ready to leave. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I'm not going back to Florida. I'm not going back to New York, Georgia. I've already lived in all those places. Lord, take me where you want me to go. I just want what God wants for me. And that's where I'm at. But I know that I've done everything that I can in my power, and there's nothing else. I have peace in my heart. I have no regrets, no nothing in my heart, like my pastor said. So I feel like I'm finally in a comfortable space to where I can say I've done all that I can do. I have said everything that I needed to say. I have loved those who rejected me. I have served those who hated me. Like, I forgave those who offended me and took advantage. Like, I've done everything for the glory of God. And, here's what I want to tell you. Although it sucks for me, it's like, dang, I made a mistake and I may have heard wrong. We'll find out by the end of the month, by the 23rd. But God is still in control, and you have to trust in his plan. He still reigns no matter what. He's God. You just got to let it go to him, and he will make it happen. The impossible will happen. I'm believing. By the 23rd, only two good things can come from this. Either by the 23rd, the opportunity that God has for me is going to arise, is going to show up. Or number two, I was wrong and God is going to take me where he wants me. There's no loss here because I gave everything that I can. This is it. So my advice to you, do everything in your power so that you don't regret the path that you are going on if you believe that it's from God. Go to school if you that's what you want to do. Go apply for those jobs, for jobs you don't even qualify, so you don't regret it, man. Make people feel welcome, appreciated, and loved. Like, that's what I learned with everybody that's been hitting me up. It's like, okay, y'all telling, y'all giving me my flowers now. I mean, it took this deep for y'all to do it, but I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So you do that to people, give people their flowers. That's why when I'm anywhere I'm outside, I always tell people, yo, I like your shoes, I like your hair, I like your shirt, because people just want to feel appreciated, right? Have no regrets. That person you're interested in, tell them how you feel. Make your intention known. Don't hold anything back. Life is too short to live with regrets. I'm not going to live with regrets. I applied to all the jobs I could, all the apartments that I could. I did everything that I could, made the friends, the family that I could. Like, I have no more regrets. So you don't have no regrets. Let people know how you feel. What's the worst that could happen, right? That they're going to say no? All right, then that person, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That maybe that's not the person that God has for you. He has somebody else. And what God has for you is going to be better, you know? So glory to God. I know I said a lot of things, and I'll just end by saying this. Although I have no regrets, it's going to suck because after this happens, if it goes in the direction that, I did make the mistake, it's like, man, I can't trust the methods that I used to discern God and his voice and who he is. And it's like, man, now I can't trust the way that I approach the word, or the way that I pray, or the way that I seek God, or, it's just I got to start all over. And that's okay. Maybe that's the journey he wants for us, and we'll figure it out. I'm never going back to the world, and all I want is what he wants for me. So I'll end by saying this last thing. I know it's long because this is my final decision. If the only reason that God brought me here to San Diego is to set one single person free, so that person can say that their life changed, and they can give testimony that God liberated them and that they are set free, then my work is done. I don't need to receive a reward. My reward is knowing that I moved in faith and I operated in obedience, and I kept him in the center of everything, and all for his glory, and I put a smile on God's face. That's my reward. And that was worth all the turmoil, all the pain, all the tears these past years. So if that person or the people that I came here for, they can say that, then my job is done, and I'm glad. Because who doesn't want to hear, well done, good and faithful servant? So one thing I can definitely say is that I have seen the goodness of God in my life in the land of the living, and I will not regret a single moment of it. I won't regret loving the people that I loved, doing the things that I did, and living for God. I will never regret that. So y'all know what it is. Pray for me as I pray for you. The 23rd is the final decision. I wake up on that morning and my heart it's over, and I'm ready to move forward with my life. So help me pray about this, guys. I need your prayers, and we'll talk soon. God bless you guys. I'll keep you posted. I know I'm not going to be on social media as much. Please have patience with me, and guys, please support the ministry. And thank you for your prayers and caring about me, letting your intentions be known, letting me know how you feel and how you guys appreciate me. That is something invaluable, and I recommend that you do that to all the people in your life, especially the ones that you care about. Don't live with regret that you didn't tell somebody the way that they felt. That's what I've learned from you guys. So let them know how you feel, make your intentions known, and confess yourself before the Lord, and let God protect your heart. Leave the opinions of everybody else talking in your ear, whoever it is, family, friends, whatever. You got to ignore that. Hear the voice of God and do what you know God is calling you to do. So it's Los here. We out. Thank you for your prayers.